Scalawagon from Australia in Variante della Roegia is P6. Best lap is a 2:33.559. Disco from Australia in Prima Curva di Lesmo is 4th. Best lap is a 1:38.439. Jump 36.53 in Prima Variante is P1. Best lap is a 1:27.175. Scott Wheatley in Variante Ascari is 2nd. Best lap is a 1:28.480. Jump 36.53 is P1. Scott Wheatley in Variante della Roegia is P2. Scalawagon is P3. Best lap is a 1:28.984. Tobisaya from Australia in Prima Curva di Lesmo is 7th. Best lap is a 7:25.272. Jump 36.53 in Curva Biasone is 1st. Buffhead is P6. Kosiada from Australia is P8. Scalawagon in Prima Curva di Lesmo is second. Best lap is a 1:27.693. Tobiasaya from Australia in Redifilo Partenza is first. Jump 3653 is 8th. Buffhead from Australia is P3. Cosiata from Australia in Redifilo Partenza is 8th. Cosiata is up 2.87 in Variante della Roaja. Tobiasaya in second Curva di Lesmo is P6 up 8.42. Togasaya is up 8.06 in curva parabolica. John 36.53 in curva del Seraglio is 6th up 15.556. John 36.53 is up 12.94 in curva parabolica. Scott Wheatley from Australia in second, curva di Lesmo is 5th up 11.47. Togasaya is P2 up 0.27. Togasaya improved is second with a 128.176. 0.672 off John 36.53 in second, curva di Lesmo is 6th up 9.72. The qualifying session is now in overtime. John 36.53 is up 22.88 in curva parabolica. Disco from Australia in curva del Seraglio is 8th up 19.38. Disco is up 19.36 in curva parabolica. Scott Wheatley improved his 128.351, 1.713 off pole, 15.410 off pole. Scalawagon from Australia in Prima Variante is second up 0.11. Scalawagon is up 0.50 in Prima Curva di Lesmo. Scalawagon is up 0.40 in Variante Ascari. Scalawagon is provisional pole with a 126.849. The race session is at Autodromo di Monza in Monza, MI, Italy. The wind speed is 4 km/h from the northeast. John 3653 is from Australia is second. Tobisaya from Australia is P3. Scott Wheatley from Australia is fourth. Buffhead from Australia is fifth. Kosiada from Australia is P6. Disco from Australia is seventh. Matthew Wheatley from Australia is P8. John 3653 is first. Race start. Disco in Prima Variante is P7. Matthew Wheatley in Curva Biasone is P4. Tobisaya is P6. John 3653 in Curva del Seraglio is P2. Kosiada is second. Buffhead in Curva Parabolica is P4. Buffhead is now P3. Jump 3653 lost 6 to Disco. Matthew Wheatley in Curva Biasone is P3, 0.1 ahead of Tobisaya. Matthew Wheatley lost third to Tobisaya. Jump 3653 is P8, 0.5 behind Scott Wheatley. Buffhead is second, 0.3 behind Kosiada. Kosiada is P2. Kosiada passed Buffhead for first. Disco in Curva Parabolica is 0.3 ahead of jump 36.53. Scalawagon in Prima Variante is 4th, 1.4 ahead of Matthew Wheatley. Scalawagon lost 4th to Matthew Wheatley. Tobisaya is 3rd, 0.5 behind Cosiato. Scott Wheatley is P6, 0.5 behind Scalawagon. Scott Wheatley passed Scalawagon for 5th. Scalawagon from Australia in Curva del Seraglio is 7th, 0.1 behind jump 36.53. Tobisaya in Redifilo Partenza is 3rd, 0.5 behind Cosiata. Cosiata is 2nd, 0.2 behind Buffhead. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Cosiata lost P2 to Tobisaya. Scalawagon in Curva Biasone on lap 4 is P7, 0.5 behind jump 36.53. Matthew Wheatley in 2nd Curva di Lesmo on lap 4 is P4, 0.5 behind Cosiata. Matthew Wheatley was 1.3 faster last lap. Tobisaya in Curva Parabolica is 2nd, 1.2 behind Buffhead. Matthew Wheatley in Redifilo Partenza is P4, 0.3 behind Cosiata. Matthew Wheatley passed Cosiata for 3rd. Cosiata in Prima Variante is P4, 0.2 behind Matthew Wheatley. Tobisaya on lap 5 is P2, 1.4 behind Buffhead. Cosiata in Variante Ascari is 4th, 0.5 behind Matthew Wheatley. Disco is 7th, 0.5 behind Scott Wheatley. Tobisaya is P2, 1.1 behind Buffhead. John 36.53 in Prima Curva di Lesmo is P7, 1.3 behind Disco. Disco is P7. Scott Wheatley in Curva Parabolica is 8th, 0.2 behind Disco. Disco in Prima Variante is P8. Best lap is a 1:31.627. 3.620 off the fastest lap. Scalawagon in Prima Curva di Lesmo on lap 7 is 5th, 0.2 behind Cosiata. Cosiata in Curva del Seraglio is P5. Scott Wheatley is P7, 1.0 behind John 36.53. Scalawagon in Prima Variante on lap 8 is 4th, 0.5 behind Matthew Wheatley. Scalawagon was 1.8 faster last lap. Scalawagon lost P4 to Cosiata. The leader has just finished the race. Buffhead finished P1. Tobisaya finished second. Matthew Wheatley finished P3. Scalawagon finished 5th. Jump 36.53 finished P6. Disco finished P7. Announcer bot is active. Kosiada from Australia in Paddock Hill is first. John 3653 is second. Scalawagon from Australia in Graham Hill Bend is P3. John 3653 in Clark is second. Matthew Wheatley from Australia in Graham Hill is third. Scalawagon is P4. Announcer bot is active. Disco from Australia in Halewoods Hill is first. Kosiada from Australia is P3. Scott Wheatley from Australia in clearways is P1. Buffhead from Australia is P7. John 3653 in Cooper Straight is 7th. Kosiada in Hawthorns Bend is 3rd. Best lap is a 1:43.559. Scalawagon from Australia in Surtees Bend is P1. Best lap is a 18.122. Disco in Druids is 8th. Matthew Wheatley from Australia in Brabham is 4th. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Scalawagon in Hale Hill is 1st. Matthew Wheatley is P3. Best lap is a 1:10.470. Disco in Sterling's Bend is 8th. Best lap is a 2:56.367. Kosiada in Graham Hill is P6. Best lap is a 1:12.436. Matthew Wheatley is 4th. Best lap is a 19.480. John 3653 in Westfield Bend is P3. Best lap is a 18.865. Scalawagon in Shin Curve is P2. Best lap is a 18.027. Scott Wheatley in Halewoods Hill is 3rd. Best lap is a 18.494. Matthew Wheatley in Cooper Strait is P6. Scalawagon is 1st. Best lap is a 16.729. Disco in Hawthorns Bend is P8. Best lap is a 1:13.568. Scalawagon is 1st. Buffhead in Surtees is 6th. Best lap is a 19.213. Scalawagon from Australia in Shin Curve is 1st. Buffhead from Australia in Brabham is P6. Cruciata from Australia in Brabham Straight is second. Scalawagon from Australia in Surtees is fourth. Buffhead from Australia in Clearways is P2. Turbosire from Australia in Brabham Straight is P8. Turbosire is up 9.51 in Surtees Bend. Buffhead in Hawthorn Hill is second up 10.92. Scalawagon is third up 12.97. Scalawagon improved is first with a 17.710. Jump 36.53 in Clark is eighth. Matthew Wheatley from Australia in Clearways is P7 up 28.94. Scalawagon in Surtees is first up 0.25. Best lap is a 17.710. Scalawagon is up 0.72 in Shin Curve. Scalawagon is provisional pole with a 1:6.469. Jump 36.53 is P8 up 2.11. Disco improved is P5 with a 110.067 with a 110.067. 3.598 off pole. 3.598 off pole. Scott Wheatley improved is fourth with a 18.605. 2.136 off pole. 36.53 in Cooper Straight is third up 0.49. Jump 36.53 is up 0.64 in Dingle Dell. The qualifying session is now in overtime. Tobisaya improved is fifth with a 18.949. 2.480 off pole. Scott Wheatley is P2. Best lap is a 17.546. 1.077 off pole. Matthew Wheatley in Brabham is fourth. Best lap is a 18.403. 1.934 off pole. Scott Wheatley in Brabham is second. The race session is at Brands Hatch circuit in FarGone, Great Britain. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the north-northeast. Scalawagon is Scott first. Wheatley from Australia is P2. Buffhead from Australia is third. Matthew Wheatley from Australia is P4. John 3653 is fifth. Tobisaya from Australia is sixth. Kosiada from Australia is seventh. Disco from Australia is eighth. Scalawagon from Australia is P1. Tobisaya entering the pits is 23rd. Race start. Kosiada in Druids is P2. Scott Wheatley in Surtees is second. The race session is at Brands Hatch circuit in FarGone, Great Britain. The wind speed is 11 km/h from the north-northeast. Scott Wheatley from Australia is second. Buffhead from Australia is third. Matthew Wheatley from Australia is P4. John 3653 is fifth. Tobisaya from Australia is sixth. Kosiada from Australia is seventh. Disco from Australia is P8. Scalawagon from Australia is first. Race start. Race start. Scott Wheatley in Druids is P2. Buffhead in Surtees is P3. Bend is 6th. Disco in Shin Curve is P6. Disco is now 5th. Scott Wheatley and Clark is 6th. Scott Wheatley passed Disco for P5. Togasaya in Druids Bend is 7th, 0.4 behind Disco. Matthew Wheatley in Surtees is 4th, 0.5 ahead of Scott Wheatley. Scott Wheatley is 5th, 0.5 behind Matthew Wheatley. Togasaya in Sterling's Bend is 7th, 0.3 behind Disco. Matthew Wheatley in Brabham is P3, 0.2 behind Kosiada. John 3653 is 5th, 0.3 behind Scott Wheatley. Matthew Wheatley is P3, 0.5 behind Kosiada. Matthew Wheatley is now 2nd. Togasaya in Westfield is 6th, 0.3 behind Disco. Togasaya is now P8. Scott Wheatley in Cooper Straight is 3rd, 0.8 behind Matthew Wheatley. Scalawagon is P1. Disco is P5, 2.8 ahead of Buffhead. Disco lost 5th to Buffhead. Five minutes remaining in the session. Scalawagon is 3rd, 0.4 behind Scott Wheatley. Togasaya is P8, 0.2 behind Disco. Scalawagon in Sterling's is P3, 0.5 behind Scott Wheatley. Tobisaya in Westfield is 8th, 0.3 behind Disco. Scalawagon is 3rd, 1.2 behind Scott Wheatley. Scott Wheatley in Clearways is 2nd, 0.8 behind Matthew Wheatley. Tobisaya is 8th, 0.5 behind Disco. Tobisaya passed Disco for P7. Scott Wheatley in Hawthorne Hill is 2nd, 0.5 behind Matthew Wheatley. Kosiada in Hawthorne's Bend is P6. Scott Wheatley in Druids is 2nd, 0.5 behind Matthew Wheatley. Scalawagon on lap 8 is 3rd, 4.5 ahead of jump 36.53. Scalawagon lost P3 to jump 36.53. Scott Wheatley in Clearways is P2, 0.7 behind Matthew Wheatley. Scalawagon from Australia in Brabham Straight is 4th, 0.4 behind jump 36.53. Buffhead in Cooper on lap 9 is 5th. Tobisaya in Surtees Bend is 6th. Best lap is a 19.772. 2.027 off the fastest lap. Buffhead from Australia in Paddock Hall is P5, 1.2 behind Scalawagon. Scalawagon in Hawthorn Hill is P4, 0.5 ahead of Buffhead. Scott Wheatley finished second. Scott Wheatley finished second. John 36.53 finished P3. Buffhead finished P5. Tobisaya is 6th. Tobisaya finished 6th. Kosiada finished P8.